Now, so today in this session, webinar session, we are going to discuss on the topic SAS reporting and presentation using ODS procedure. Okay, so what is SAS? So first thing we have to understand what is SAS, right? If we are able to understand what is SAS, okay, what is a SAS software, then we will easily able to understand what is reporting and presentation using the ODS procedure. So ODS is nothing, it is just one procedure. But before that, we will discuss about the SAS. So SAS is your statistical analysis software suite that is widely used for your statistical data analysis and visualization. It allows you to use your qualitative technique and the process that help you to enhance the employee productivity and the business profit. Okay, SAS is also used for your advanced analytic, like you can say the business intelligence, crime investigation, and the predictive analysis. So in SAS, right, data is extracted and categorized, which help you to identify and analyze the data pattern. So it is a software suite which allows you to perform the advanced analysis, business intelligence, predictive analysis, data management to operate effectively in the competitive and changing the business conditions. So SAS is a platform that is independent, which means that you can run the SAS in any operating system. Either you can run it in the Linux, okay, or the Windows. So what is your ODS? Okay, what is ODS? So ODS stands for Output Delivery System, which provide a means for creating the attractive, concise, and the functional report. Because of ODS, okay, so ODS is an object-oriented technology. It provides you the ability to move beyond the template description to create the complete output layout. Okay, so proc report, right? Proc report worked with the ODS to provide the complete customized framework for presenting the tabular data within the SAS system. Okay, so through the SAS, right? So SAS users are provided a multi-way to enhance the output through the formatting functionality that is not available from the individual procedure, or you can say from the data step alone. Okay, so the component of the ODS, if I'm talking about the component of ODS, right? So the component of ODS are, you can say, the procedure output. Let me write it here. Let me just a minute. Yeah. So the component of your ODS, that is output delivery system, is procedure output. Procedure output. So what is this procedure output? So it is a text, number, or the graphic result to be formatted. Second one, we have the component like the table definition. Table definition. So table definition means here we are going to how the output to be arranged. Okay. Next we have the style definition. Style definition. So style definition within the table definition, okay, how the color, font, and the other appearance factor are to be used. So that we define it through the style is equal to option. Next we have the destination. Okay, so destination, right? Where the output is going means the input, right? How we are going to display or convert the output. So we can convert the output into the HTML, that is your hypertext markup language. We can convert it to the PDF. We can convert it to the RTF, and even we can also convert it to the data set, right? So how you want the output, okay? So that we write it in the destination. So here the output delivery system, right, that is ODS, allow you to generate the output in the formats such as HTML, PDF, RTF. RTF is nothing, it is the word file, or the RTF stand for the rich text format. Okay, so it provides you the flexible and the efficient way to organize and control the output that is generated by the SAS procedure. So with the ODS, with the output delivery system, you can specify your procedure or the steps that produce the output, right? And what type of output is generated and where it is stored or delivered. So there are many SaaS products that is available in the market right now, and the few of them are like, if I'm talking about the SaaS product, okay, so there are so many, but I will talk about the few. That is, first one we have the base SaaS, okay. So base SaaS software offer you the hardware agility and it helps you to integrate all kinds of the computing environment. Second one, we have the SAS, that is statistical analysis software graph. Okay, graph. So this graph or this tool help you to represent your structured data into the graph. Okay. Third, we have the SAS stats. SAS stats. So these tools help you to perform the different types of the regression analysis, statistical analysis, like you can say the variance, regression, and the psychometric analysis. Okay. So through the SAS, okay, through the SAS stats, you can do the different type of analysis. Okay. You can perform the different type of statistical analysis. Now the next we have the SAS ATS. Okay. So SAS ETS, right, it is used for forecasting, okay, and it helps you to perform the SAS ETS tool help you to perform the time series analysis, okay, time series analysis. Now, so what we are going to discuss in this session? So in this session, we are going to discuss about the SAS, okay, what is SAS, what is the framework of the SAS, and what is the SAS programming process, and in the last we will discuss about the advantage of SAS. So this session, okay, this session is of today. So in first day we will totally discuss about the SAS, and in the second day we will write the code, and today we will also write the code, and we will discuss, okay, how we can convert or how can we output into a different destination. Okay. Now let us start with this. So what is SAS? And I can see a few of the participants have joined right now. So please take 1 minute to this form. Okay, those who have joined right now. So I can see few of the fluent participants have joined right now. So it's a humble request from you. So please fill this form. Okay. It is like that you have attended this session. Now, coming to the SAS. Okay. Coming to the SAS. What is SAS? So SAS was developed by the Dr. James Goodnight at the North Carolina State University in 1926, and now it is owned and maintained by the SAS Institute. The intention of identifying the SAS software in 1920 is mainly for the agricultural field for the data analysis. Nowadays, it is widely used for, or you can say it is widely used in your clinical, financial, banking, and manufacturing industries, and also in the customer relationship management. Okay, so all the industry, right? You know, whether it is manufacturing industry, banking, financial industry, or the clinical industry, right? All the industry have tons and tons of the data, right? That is generated on the daily basis. So it becomes very difficult to handle the data and analyze the data. Okay. So here the SAS provide you the platform to analyze and manage the data and present the data into the meaningful graph and report. So what is SAS? So SAS is your integrated software suite that is used for your data analytics, business intelligence, predictive analytics, and and the data management. It was developed by the SAS Institute, okay, and it provides you the graphical point and click user interface for the new user. And when I'm talking about the SAS, right? So SAS is your closed source of language, and it is your fourth generation language. Okay, so it can be easily run on all the operating system, like you can say the Windows, Linux, and Unix. Now, how does SAS work? Okay, how does SAS work? So, so this is your framework of SAS. Okay, this is framework of your SAS. So first we access the data, right? Then we manage the data, then we analyze, and then we present the data to the client and customer. Now, so let us discuss about the access, manage, analyze, and present the data. So let's talk with the access the data. Okay. So SAS is your highly flexible and integrated software environment that is used to access the data, manage the data, analyze the data, and present the data. So what does access the data means? So access the data means it SAS allows you to access the data in any desired format that we want. We can access the data that is stored anywhere, whether the file that is stored in your system or whether the file that is stored in other database system. Okay, like you can say, if I'm talking about the database, right? So we have a different database like Oracle and Teradata, right? So even the data that is present on the different database, right? You can access the data from the database very easily. Okay, you can also access the XLS file and the CSV file. So SAS help you to access the data in a very easy manner. Now, the next we have manage the data. Okay. So SAS help you to manage the data. Manage the data means what? Manipulate the data. Okay. So SAS allow you to format your data into the SAS environment, and after accessing the data, right, as you know, we can manipulate the data, so we can create and delete the variable, okay, and we can use the different operator to evaluate the data value. So SAS also help you to separate the data and perform the conditional processing by using the if then else condition. Okay, it also help you in merging the two different data from the two different data sources. Okay, if your data is present at two different data sources, right? So how if you want to merge the data that is present across the two different data sources, right? So SAS also help you to merge the two different data from the different sources very easily. Okay, and it also help you in creating, retrieving, and updating the different database information. Now, the next we have analyze the data. Okay, so after the managing process, or you can say after the manipulation of the data, we will analyze the data and to perform the simple evaluation, right? So basis provide you the powerful data analysis tool through which you can produce the different table, frequency count, cross tabulation of your data. Okay, so through the SAS, right, you can create a variety of the chart and the graph plot, and it also provide you the statistical algorithm, like you can say main, if you want to find the variance, standard deviation of your data, you can. Okay, so you can easily find, okay, you can easily analyze your data. Okay, now the next we have present the data. So present the data means SAS help you to present the data in the different form of the list, graphics, and the report. Okay, even you can create the summary of your data. Okay, so it SAS help you to present the result of your analysis in your significant report in the multiple format like HTML, RTF, and PDF. Okay. So now let us go ahead. Now, SAS programming process. Okay. So these are whenever we work with the SAS, so these are the 5 programming process. So first programming process is to access the data. Second one is to explore the data. Third one is to prepare the data. And the fourth is to analyze and report on the data and export the result in the last. So when I'm talking about the access the data, right? So data may be in the different form, right? So if I'm talking with respect to the SAS, right? So your data is categorized into the 2 different forms. That is your one is your structured data and the other one is your unstructured data, right? So to access the structured data into the SAS environment, you will use the libname statement. Okay, there is one statement through which you can access the data or you can access the structured data very easily. Okay, so through the libname statement, right? And which type of data we are accessing? We are accessing the structured data. Okay, so what is structured data? So structured data is nothing but table data, okay, which is having the defined rows and column, right? What is structured data? Which is having the defined rows and column. So whenever we have to work with the structured data, or you can say the tabular data, okay, we will always access that data through the libname statement. Now, second one, we have the unstructured data. Unstructured data. So to access the unstructured data into your SAS environment, we will use the proc import. Okay. Proc import, it is nothing, it is just one procedure that we will discuss now. Okay. So whenever your data is in the form of CSV and the Excel file, right? Excel file that comes under the, when I'm talking with the respect of Excel file, right? So that Excel file will not be always structured. Okay. So at that time, you can use the proc import to access. Suppose if you want to access the CSV file, okay, CSV file, .csv file, okay. So what is .csv file? That is a comma separated file. Means if I am writing like this, suppose I am writing my Nitesh, my name, Nitesh, okay, and I am writing here the Kumar, okay, I am writing the sex is male. So Nitish, right? This is my first name. Kumar, that is your last name, and the sex is male, right? So I have the 3 value for the 3 different column, right? But here how the value will look like in the CSV. So you'll find that all the value will be separated by your comma. That is Nitish Kumar M, right? So Nitish, that is your value of your first name. Kumar, that is your value of your last name, and male, that is your value of the set column, right? So here, when I'm talking with respect to a CSV file, so all the value are separated by your comma. Okay. Now, so after accessing the data, now you will explore the data, right? You will explore the data. So, or you can say you can explore and validate the data. Okay. So we have a different procedure step through which you can explore and validate the data. So we have to explore and validate the data. We have the proc means, right? Proc break, proc univariate, proc print, right? So through that procedure, you can explore the data. Okay, you can explore the data. And even if you want to filter your row, okay, even though if you want to filter your row, you can filter the row here also. And if there is any duplicate value within the data or duplicate row within your data, you can easily remove that. Okay, you can identify and remove the data by exploring the data. Now next is your preparing the data. Okay, so here preparing the data means what? So you can, if you want to create the new column, okay, you can create the new column. If you want to apply any function, okay, you can apply the function here. You can apply the character function, numeric function, date function, right? So we have the different function here. So you can apply the different function to prepare your data accordingly. And if you want to create the new column, you can by using the assignment statement. Okay. Now, the next we have analyze and report on the data. Okay. So here, while preparing the data, right? If you want to prepare the data conditionally, so you can prepare the data conditionally by using the if-then condition, by using the if-then-do condition, right? So you can prepare your data. Okay. Now, next, analyzing and reporting on the data. So analyzing and reporting on the data, right? So when you are submitting the report to your client, right? So you want to enhance your report, right? Okay, so you can enhance the report here by using the different title and the footnote and the label. And if you want to create the different reports and the graph, okay, you can create the frequency report and we can create the mean report, okay, and we can submit it. And in the last, right, export the data. So we can export the data to, if you want to export your analysis data to export it into Excel, so you can easily export to the Excel file. Okay, even if you want to export your data to the PDF, okay, and so you can easily, even if you want to export your analysis data into the HTML and the PPT file, right, that is Power Presentation file, so you can easily export your analysis result and analysis report into the different destination. Okay. Now, so let me go to the code. Okay, where we will write the code. So just give me a minute, please, and let me open that. Okay, so you can see that. So if you want to work with the SAS, right? So you can simply just write it. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me close all this. Okay, if you are the new, okay, how will you? So you can write it here. You can go to the site like welcome. Okay, welcome.oda.sas.com. When you will click on this page will open. Okay, click on the launch. And when you will click on the launch, right, it will open your SAS Studio. Now, so in SAS, right, in SAS, we have the only two steps. Okay. So before writing the code, right, you can see from here, if you want to sign out to this session, so you can click on this sign out. And here we have the different option, like you can view preference. If you want to reset the SAS session, so you can just click on this reset SAS session, or either you can click F9 through your keyboard to reset. If you want to create a new program, right, click on this open, okay, or sorry. Suppose if you want to create a new program, so click on the new SAS program, or either you can click F4. And if you want to import the data, right, click on this. So like that you can, if you want to maximize the view, you can use Alt plus F11. So you can maximize your view, right? Now, so in SAS, right, there are two steps. One is your data step, okay? In SAS, one is your data step, and second, okay, second is your procedure step. That is, you can also call it as a proc step. Okay, proc step. Now, so in data step, right? Okay, what is data step? Okay, the first thing, what is data step? So data step is a fundamental programming to construct the SAS code, and you can say it is used to read, manipulate, and write the data. So it is powerful and your flexible. So it is having the powerful and the flexible feature that allow you to perform the data transformation and create the new variable, and also to apply the conditional logic and generate the customized output data set. So data step, right, it consists of the two main components. Okay, one is your input and output phase. Okay, when I'm talking about the input phase, so you can specify the source of the data and how it should be read into the SAS program. Okay, so in the output phase, you will define the desired structure and the content of the resulting data set. So let me show you. So when you are writing here the data step, okay, it starts with the data keyword, data, and and you will write here the output data set name or output table name. Okay, I can write it here. I'm just writing here the structure, or you can say syntax. So you write your data output underscore table underscore name. So you write the output table name followed by a semicolon to end this statement. After that, you will write it here the set. Okay. So with the set keyword, okay, with the set keyword, it will help you to read the data. Okay. So in the set, we provide the input table. Okay. We provide the input underscore table underscore name semicolon, and the last is run. Okay, right. So this is my syntax. Okay, this is my syntax of your data step. Okay, so syntax of your data step. So here data step, right? So what is data keyword do? So this data, this statement, right, help you to beginning of your data step. Okay, and it specifies the name of the output data set that will create the output table. Okay, next we have the set. Okay, this set statement, or you can say the set keyword, right? This set keyword help you to read or specify the input table name, that the table that you want to read, the table that you want to analyze. Okay, so you will write the table name here. Okay, so this set statement, right, this set statement can be followed by the option also to specify the observation variable or the condition for reading the data. Okay, so within the set statement, right, you can specify the different conditions to like how to read the data. Run, okay, this is your run statement. So this run statement mark the end of the data step. Okay, so this run statement, it marks the end of your data step, and it signals the SAS to execute the code and generate the output table. Okay, so let me show you here. Suppose suppose I am writing here the data. Okay, data, and suppose the name of my output table is, suppose you can write it here, any name you can write it here. So you can write, suppose I am writing here the underscore one, that is your, or you can say underscore class, or you can say student. Okay, data student set. Okay, so here it is telling you, okay, write the input table name, the table that you want to access. Okay, so here I have the library. Okay, right here I have the library, and when you go to this library you will find here the SAS help library. So in the SAS help library, right, you will find the cars dataset, you will find the class. So all these are the table. Okay, when you will open anyone, suppose let me open anyone, right? Suppose I am opening this car, so you will find your data into the tabular format. See that this data is in the tabular format, and in this data or in this table, the name of the table is the cars. Okay, the name of this table is cars. Okay, here the table that we open from your SAS self library, right? So here we have total 15 column and 428 observation, right? 428 object, or you can say row. Okay, actually in SAS, right, we call this row as a observation and we call this column as a variable. but but you know this is your table, right? I want to access this table, right? So what will I write? I will write the name of the table and where it is, or you can say in which library this data or this cars data set is present. So you can see that this cars data set, okay, or car table is present in the SAS help library. So I will write it here. I will write it here. The set. I will write here the input table name, the table that I want to read. So that table is present into the SAS help library. So I will write it here the library name SAS help dot, and I will write it here the table name, that is cars. Okay, and next run. Now, so to run this code, either you can run this code through F3 button from your keyboard, or either you can click on this running man symbol. Okay, click on this running man symbol. So when you will execute this, right? So see that what is the name of the table. Okay, just let me change the name of the table. That is not. Let me change it here. The car data set. Okay, now you can see that the name of the table, right, that is car. Okay, the name of the output table is car, and where it is stored, it is stored in the work library, right? You can see that the name of the table I have written in the data step, right, that is car. You can see here, this is my car, the name of the output table, and where it is stored, it is stored in the work library, right? And in that in that car table or car data set, I have total 428 row and 15 column, right? So like that, we can, right now we are accessing the data. So this is a structured data. Why structured data? Because this data is in the tabular form, right? This data is in the tabular form. So that's why. So now, suppose if you want to subset, okay, if you want, and when you go to this output data, you will find that here we have the origin, right? We have the origin column, and in the origin column, we have the Asia, Europe. As you will scroll down, you have the USA, right? I want only the data, okay? I want only the car that is or car detail which is manufactured in the Asia origin. I want all the information. Okay, I want all the information of the car. Okay, that is manufactured in the Asia origin. So what will I do that? I will go and I will write it here. Where, okay, so where is used to filter the row. Okay, if you want to filter the data, you can use the where statement. Okay, so where origin, okay, origin is equal to Asia. Okay, let me check how the value is there. That is Asia. Okay, and semicolon. Now, when you will execute this, now it will give you the output of all the car of the Asia region. Look at this Asia region. Okay, and earlier there were 428 row, but now we have 158 row. Why 158 row? Because in our cars data set, okay, we have 158 row that belong to the origin Asia. Okay, see that all origin are the Asia now. Okay, fine. Now, if you want to, when we go to the output, suppose if you want to subset, okay, suppose we have the different we have the make different type like Honda, Hyundai, okay, Kia, Lexus, right? Like that, we have the different. We have the Nissan also. So we have the different type of the car manufacturer name here. So suppose I want to access, okay, suppose I want to access only the Honda. Okay, I don't want all this record. I don't want all this row which is contained Acura and Hyundai, Kia, right? I don't want in this one. I want to see only the car manufacturer, that is Honda. Okay, make is equal to Honda. What will I do that? I will just go and write it here and make is equal to Honda. Okay, Honda. Now run this and you can see that you are getting only the row which is containing the make is equal to Honda and origin is equal to Asia. See that? See that here? And how many row we have for the make is equal to Honda? We have the total 17 row. Okay? Understanding? Okay. Now, in the same way, we have the procedure step. Okay? Right? We have the procedure step. So, if I'm talking with respect to the data step, so, right, let me conclude this data step. Okay? Okay. So, in the data step, right, you can use the data step and you can say you can use the wide range of the SAS function operator and the procedure to perform the data manipulation and calculation, right? And that calculation include your mathematical and the statistical function, character function, and the date and time function. Okay, so data step in the SAS provide you a flexible and efficient way to handle the data processing tasks such as you can say the data cleaning, data transformation, or creating the new variable, okay, subsetting the data. Right now we are subsetting the data using the where, okay, and if you want to merge the data set, okay, you can use the data step, okay. So this data step is a core component of the SAS programming language, and it is widely used for your data preparation and analysis. Now, coming to the procedure step, proc step. Okay, proc step. So, procedure step, that is also called it as a proc step. So, here the SAS procedure are pre-written program that perform the specific analysis, data manipulation, or you can say reporting the task. So here the procedure are invoked using the proc statement followed by the procedure name, and then we then typically operate on the data that has read into the SAS using the data table, or you can say the existing SAS data set. Okay, so let me write it the syntax here for the procedure step. So what we write here, we write the proc procedure name. You will write it here the procedure name, procedure underscore name. And if you want to add any option, you can add the option here also, semicolon. After that, if you want to write the procedure statement or the option, you can write it here. Procedure statement or option, you can add it here, and then you will write it here the run. So this is your syntax. Okay, this is your syntax, right? So this first one, this proc, the first statement, that is your proc procedure name and the option, right? So this statement or this line, okay, help you to initiate the proc step and specify the name of the slash procedure that is to be executed. Okay, so here the procedure name is followed by any necessary option, or you can say modifier, that can control the behavior of the procedure. Now, second statement, okay, second statement, or you can say the second line, okay. So here we are writing this second line between your proc statement and the run statement, okay. And here you can include a series of statements and the option that specify the procedure that is being used. Okay, and these statement and the option are used to specify the input data set, variable, analysis method, output option, and the other parameter that is related to your specific procedure. And the run, the third statement, and you can say the third line. So this statement marks the end of the procedure step or the proc step, and it signals the SAS to execute the procedure and generate the desired output. Okay, so let me show you. Right now, right, I have created the cars data set. Okay, I have created the car data set. Okay, now I want to create a report. Okay, suppose I want to create a report. Suppose if I want to print the report, how will I do that? So I will write it here, the proc, that is, and what is my procedure name? My procedure name is print. Okay, I will write it here, the data is equal to, and I have created the data. So when you go to the library, my library, and here we have the work library, right? Click on this work library, and you can see that here I have the cars data set, car, okay? And in the car data set, the one that is created by the data step, we have 17 row and 15 column. And this 17 row that include the make is equal to Honda and origin is equal to Asia, right? So you can see that this data is in the tabular, right? I want to print this data, okay? I want to print the data, okay? I want to print the data. So I'm writing here data car, okay? Or you can also write it here, the library name work.car and run. Okay, execute this, and when you will execute this, right, you can see that your data is coming in the printed form, right? Look at this. So all the make column, right? You can see that this make column or variable is containing only the value Honda. See that? Honda. And look at this origin. So what is the origin? So origin is Asia. Okay, right? Now, suppose if you want to add, okay, if you want to enhance this report, okay, right? If you want to enhance the report by adding the title and the footnote that is below of this report, so how can you add? So you can add for that. For adding the title, we have the title statement here. Okay, title statement, and you will write it here. The text that you want to. So I can write it here like that. So you can see the result here. So make equal to Honda and the origin is Asia. So I can just write any title here. So I can write it here, the report for Asia origin with Honda. With Honda car. Okay, with the Honda car. Semicolon. So here I am adding the title to enhance my report. So report for Asia origin, just a minute. Asia origin with Honda car. When you will run this, right, you will find that here we have the title is coming. So here I have the report for the Asia origin with Honda car. Okay, make it equal to Honda. Right. Suppose if you want to add, okay, if you want to add here the footnote, so how can you add? Okay, so for that we have the footnote statement, and you can write it here for internal use only. Okay, for internal use only, right? And run this, and when you will run this, you will find that here I have added the footnote that is for internal use only. Okay, so the report that I have created. Okay, so I'm adding a footnote like that. You can use this report for the internal. Okay, or you can write internal purpose only. Okay, so like that you can write. Okay, whatever the text. So you can add any text here. Okay, you can add any text. Okay, what you want to write. Okay, understanding now. So SAS provide you a vast array of the procedure for the various purpose, such as you can say the statistical analysis, data exploration, reporting, and data manipulation. Okay, so some commonly used SAS procedure that include your prop means for the descriptive statistics. Okay, you can use the prop reg for your linear regression. You can use the prop break for the creating the frequency table. You can use the prop SQL for the data querying and the manipulation. And you can also use the prop report for creating the custom report. So each procedure here, okay, each SAS procedure has its own set of statement, option, and the output format. Okay, so through this, right, you can customize the behavior and the appearance of the output by specifying the different option, variable, format, and the style within the procedure step. So proc step, right? Proc step, or you can say the procedure step, right? It is an integral part of your SAS programming that enable the user to perform the complex analysis and generate the informative report. Okay. This also provides you a wide range of the functionality for the data analysis, data modeling, visualization, and reporting, which make a SAS a powerful tool for the data manipulation and statistical analysis. Okay. Now, coming back to the slide. Okay. Coming back to the slide. So, what is the advantage of the SAS? Okay. What is the advantage of using SAS? So, the advantage of using SAS is that it is very easy to learn. Okay. So, SAS is very easy to learn the syntax, and it can be easily learned without any programming skill, so that anyone can learn it. Okay. So coding of SAS are the simple English language statement that we can use in the day-to-day activity. Next is it has ability to handle the SAS have the ability to handle the large data. Okay. So SAS is strongly capable of handling the large database very easily, because if the data is present at the two different databases, right? So you can easily able to access, and you can do perform the merge, and you can able to merge the two different tables. Okay. Now, next, easy to debug. So SAS is very comprehensive or comprehensible language, and here the process of debugging is very easy. Okay, right? And it is very easy to understand and correct the error, because the log window is stated clearly. SAS have the tested algorithm. Okay. So here the algorithm that is implemented in the SAS program is fully tested and analyzed by the developer. And every version of the SAS is tested and in a control environment before it released. So testing is possible because the SAS is a closed source language. So you cannot change the source code of this language. Okay. Now, SAS customer support. So the organization of the SAS, right? It maintains the proper monitoring, as it is like a complete organization to analyze the SAS. So it has the customer support, and this customer support handle all kinds of the customer problems. Next, we have the data security. Okay. So SAS is your primary tool for the many large scale company, and here the company data is confidential, right? When anyone or any company is working with any tool, right? So what is your most priority? That is data security, so that there should not be a data breach. So here, so the data in your SAS is completely secure. In case of office use, right, without the license, we cannot extract the data. And even the manipulation is not possible because of the data security. Okay, so this is the reason behind the popularity of the SAS in the corporate world. Now, next we have the SAS GUI, that is graphical user interface. So SAS is a language that has made the statistical computing easier for the non-programming user. Okay, so this SAS have the amazing graphical user interface, and it provides the user interface has various tools, like you can say the plot, graph, and it is having the highly versatile library. So this graphical user interface, it also provides you the point and click interfaces, okay, where you can just point and click and you can perform your task. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. And coming back to this, so as you know, Sankhyana consultancy service, that is your IT firm. We provide you the consulting, analytic, and training to the student and professional from the last 8 years. So we have the different office, different places. So head office of your Sankhyana is in your Kamnahali, Bangalore, and this is your contact number. There are two branch offices. Okay, so one branch office is in the SSR layout, Bangalore, and this is your contact information. And second branch office is in the Dairy Onson Rostaf, Bihar, and this is your contact number. So if you have any technical query and if you have any non-technical query also, so you can contact at this number. Okay. So this is all about the okay. So thank you everyone for joining this session. And if you have any technical query or non-technical query, so you can unmute yourself and you can ask your doubt.